ridiculous to me. We can't deny the fact that Black people have not always been on that equal playing field as far as having access to those resources. And so 1000% reparations are due to those Black people for the atrocities that have taken place. And if we don't fix this problem now, my children and my children's children are going to be screaming the same thing that I am, because we refuse and neglect to rectify the situation that has been caused by this country. So it doesn't make any sense to me. If you want to have us stop complaining about this, fix the problem. It's that simple.
Yeah, I'll tell you why I'm being attacked. Okay. Now, as long as we all sitting up here talking about some of the solutions to this was get over it, forget about it, don't talk about it. You need this, you need education, you need any other industry where the money will come back to me being white society. They're cool with that. But as soon as you start talking about sharing the wealth that they created nefariously ways and cheating, okay, they don't want to compete. This is what this is all about. And I mentioned other groups. It's a competition thing, because you don't see large number of different groups in Black businesses. Okay, they patronize us a little bit because it's a competition thing, and they don't want to share wealth with Black Americans. This is why everyone said no reparations, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay, I'm out with my family, so I'm in and out today, but I have to respond to this. Spencer keeps talking about how he can't, or we don't want to compete. We don't want to compete. But when you back him in a corner and ask him how he's going to compete, he has no answer. He talks about getting stock in Nike, which is like one of the biggest slave operations there is. Like, give me a freaking break. He didn't say he was going to buy a hospital. He didn't say he was going to buy a freaking skyscraper or anything. He wants to buy into more slavery. Like, come on, dude, get real. I swear to God, you are satire. You have to be. That's the bottom line. You have no valid points. You're satire. That's what I have to believe that you are. So y'all have a great day. And like, I just have to laugh.
I say I could buy. I wish I could buy a house for $1,000.
So just to preface, I offered you $1,000. I would cash out you $1,000 if you came up with a business plan of how much, or a business plan on how you plan to invest that money. And you told me Nike.
Oh, I didn't hear the business plan part. I thought you said how would I invest it.
I said a business plan on how you would invest this money and what you planned on doing with it. $1,000
I didn't hear that.
Change someone's life with the right initial investment would change someone's life. But you said you'd invested in Nike, which will only give you 9 shares. Well, you don't know how much gains Nike actually has. 9 shares is absolutely nothing. It's a drop in the bucket. There's people that these rich white people that you keep referring to that is that actually like Warren Buffett. The reason why Warren Buffett is so rich is because he earns his money off of capital gains. There's no way in the world that Warren Buffett is oppressing anyone simply by investing in the stock market. The stock market is nonpartisan. The stock market will fuck you over regardless of what you put into it. The stock market doesn't know that you're Black. The stock market doesn't know that you're white. Dividends, investments, 401ks, Roth IRAs, all of that type of shit. The financial industry, the system doesn't know, oh, that's a Black person. Let them lose $500,000 of their initial investment due to the shitty structure of that company. It knows, like, it's not prejudice. It is not racist. That financial sector, all of the investments that you're talking about, knows no color. They don't know any of those things. So again, Warren Buffett is not oppressing anyone by his capital gain wealth because he has no fucking clue, unless he knows the person of the company, he has no clue whether or not that is going to do right or not. It's just based off of his own financial education and experience.
What got me was invest in Nike, but does he know who founded Nike? Spencer, do you know who founded Nike?
Yes. Tonight. Yes.
Fair to use as an example. I think he used Nike just as an example. I don't think if someone gave him $1,000, you're going to put $1,000 on Nike. I think he used it as an example. That's all.
I know.
I did.
An example for what though?
It's the
Because
people that
I knew your end game was something else. Your end game, you were trying to do a gotcha on you, where as a representative of black people, you're saying we don't have no financial literacy. I've heard that argument before.
Because I know plenty of black people that have financial literacy.
And I do too.
It wasn't an I got you a moment. It was you.
Okay.
You're not giving a backstory. You're just trying to be a victim. And you're not going to make it seem like it was the big bad mob being the boogeyman and trying to do
No, you're not the
something to
boogeyman.
you. Okay, so
You protecting
then
the
don't
bank.
portray
I
this
get
like
that.
you're my victim, because you guys do this shit all the fucking time. You act like I was doing something to you. You sat here and said that white people do not want to compete with black people in an open market because they're racist. So I asked you, what sort of investment would you make? That would make you competitive so that you can get to that level, so where they can compete, where you can compete, since they're holding it. Since you said money was the only divider, right? And you said, I said, what sort of business plan would you come up with if I gave you $1,000? You said Nike.
I didn't
That
hear
was
the
because
business
when
plan.
asked
I
you
said
about-
I would buy
did I not
Nike
ask you
stock.
about what capital gains were, and then I asked you, even when I said the
To
real
be
estate
fair,
market- No.
nobody can really start a business on $1,000. What kind of business plan can you actually start with $1,000?
She
You
knows
weren't here
that.
at the beginning.
Sammy, let the sister finish talking. It was just
Hold on.
So,
Apple was started with
DB, hold on, brother. Sammy, allow the sister to finish talking. It was just hold on, DB. DB, hold on, brother. Hold on, DB. So, Sammy, she was just using that as an example, right? It was a hypothetical question, right? So she was just trying to see.
But Hardball's Spencer. Apple.
You're breaking up, Sammy. All right, so go ahead, MOD. Finish what you were saying.
So the thing about it is that the question was based off of the fact that he said that he wanted to. I asked him about the real estate industry and whether or not how he would be competitive in that market, and he said that his area of expertise and how he earns his money would be capital gains. So I was actually testing his knowledge to see if he knew about capital gains, because he said that I chose an area that I'm familiar with and that I'm proficient in. Thank you. And I asked him to choose his own then. What would you be able to be competitive with? And that's what he chose, was investments. And then he doesn't even know anything about investments. So I said, how are you to get reparations for something, right? And you say that white people are holding up all these resources. You get this money. What are you going to do to change the game? And you don't even actually know any financial
There you
literacy.
go. I
You're
told you
going-
that was your end
don't,
game.
Spencer.
I told you that was your end
That was
game.
exactly what my point is no, I'm saying you don't have financial literacy.
And
There are
if I
plenty
had
of people
said-
of color that do.
If I had said, give us the cash and don't worry about it, you would have thought I was getting smart, right?
Thank you so much. I have offered you.
Right?
I have offered you help.
you hear what I
every
said?
time I saw it. Spencer,
I
have
understand.
I not asked you?
Sister made a good
I told
point,
you
Spencer.
Last time, bro. I told you the
What
last
if-
time
what if-
we talked. I said, Spencer,
What if I don't need your
I
help?
would help fund.
You did.
I would
You
take
did.
your properties under my wing, and I would help you get the financial gain. I just need to know all of these things before we sign a PMA. I was willing to help make you get some money, because my business does millions of dollars a year. Millions. Okay? I asked you if you wanted that sort of help. I asked you for that business plan. You have yet to hit my inbox for it. I offered you here $1,000 if you can give me a quick business plan on how you would spend it. You got upset with me and said, see, you just want to say that I don't have any financial literacy. But when someone was willing to help you, even
No, tell the whole
I don't
story.
even like you.
I told you I didn't trust you.
The end game was
You don't have to like me if
you
we're
don't
making
have
money,
any
right?
financial literacy.
Right?
That was the end
You don't have to
game.
like me if we're making money, right?
That's what I'm saying. And I've offered you help over and over and over and over again, but you keep coming up with every single freaking excuse of wanting to blame the white man. So that goes to show me that you don't actually want the help. You don't actually want to get out of your situation. You just want to stay stuck because you have to be a victim. You have to be.
But you are deflecting from what the problem is in our society. This is why it's going to continue, and this is why we can't get any answers. And like I told you before, I'm just speaking
So
just for myself.
real quick, and I can't believe I'm saying this. People in the chat that are saying that T-Bone doesn't believe the background was a hate crime, he actually recanted and said it absolutely was a hate crime. So, I mean, the guy did, after he researched it, did come back and change his stance on that. So y'all can drop that bullshit in the comments because he actually did come back and say it was a hate crime.
I appreciate that, Jim. Wow, this is a nice guy up there.
I'm about real truth, brother. When you're right, you're right, and I'll always stick up for you on that. But he did come
notice
back
you put
after he
real in
researched
front of
it. He did it, and and everybody in there that's talking to me in the chat, I can't comment because I got commented banned by brown shirt Nazis in another live last night, trying to interfere with my freedom of speech. So I can't comment back, but I see y'all. Hi, okay, and MOD. God damn, girl, stop.
No, let her continue. She putting herself in a hole.
Dude, you don't know.
Put myself in the hole.
That's not what he meant at all.
Hey,
That's the information she's throwing out.
Spencer, first off, bro,
Take up for it.
Listen, between me and MOD, it's an A and B conversation. You can see your way out of it, okay?
She was talking about me, sir.
It's your problem.
No.
She's correcting you as usual.
Green-eyed babies with me. You're always trying to get me pregnant.
Them green-eyed babies, girl.
And you're right. She is on your team.
Yeah,
so I get why you say what you say. I get it.
No, that's not why he's saying that at all. But never mind, you didn't get the joke. So here's the deal. So you're sitting here talking about, investments, and when you set up Nike, here's a couple things. When you're talking about investments, one, I worked for a financial company for half a decade, and I'm gonna tell you right now, every single application I has ever come across my desk, not once was it ever asked in that application what your race or ethnicity is. Nobody's barring anybody because nobody even cares. When you're talking about annuities or life insurance, there are two things that they need to know. They need to know your age and your health. Because we're talking about living and death benefits. It has nothing to do
why don't
with
you
anything.
care? Why don't you care about race?
I'm not saying I don't care about race. What I am saying is,
No,
and I
you
see
told me that you told me when someone fill out an application, it doesn't say race. So I'm asking you, why don't
Exactly.
you care about race? Right? Because you don't turn down
Why
money.
does it
right?
matter?
Right? Money's green. Because that's your
Exactly.
customer, and
So
I
why
wouldn't
would
turn the
anybody
customer
care?
away either. So what does that have to do with this conversation? About is it about wealth building? Is it about
because you keep yes, because
Go
you
ahead.
keep coming up with wealth building as in your race bars you from that, and it absolutely doesn't. And that point was just to solidify
your race bars
the
my
argument.
race from getting any kind of
No. You just didn't hear
That's
anything
sort
I
of
just said, did
you
you?
just destroyed your own argument, bro. Because you
My
just said it's not about money
My
is
society
right.
control. What
The
do you think
only
integration
the
was
only
about?
color that matters on that level is green.